Once you've got a few objects in your scene, it's useful to employ the Scene Explorer or Outliner view. And I previously hid the Scene Explorer. Let's bring it back. And go up to the main toolbar here and click on Toggle Scene Explorer. And if we want to, we can dock it to the interface. And this is a list of all the objects in the scene. And we can do fun things here, like, for example, hide objects. That's what this little eye icon is here. We can go through and hide stuff. Or we can select multiple objects. I can select an object and then hold down Shift and select all those continuous objects and then, for example, hide them all at once or unhide them all at once. We can rename objects here. For example, I've got these two that are just labeled Box 001. I can select that and then click on it a second time. Don't double click, but leave a long pause between selecting and then selecting a second time. And we can call this one Staircase Side 001. And we can also additionally select that text and then copy it into the clipboard, either with Control-C or with the right-click menu. Just copy that text. Press Enter to change the name, and then go to the second object there. Click once to select it. Click it a second time to rename it, and then paste the other name in. So I can right-click and choose Paste, and then change it to Staircase Side 002, and then press Enter again. Other things we can do, we could actually create hierarchies. We'll look at that later in the course. We can select things by group. We can select different types of object here. Or probably most importantly at this stage is the ability to freeze objects. And a frozen object is one that cannot be selected in the viewports. And currently none of these objects are frozen. But let's say I selected everything. Hold down the Shift key and select all that stuff. And then go over here where it says frozen. We have this little snowflake icon, and click on any one of those. And now all of those objects are frozen and they're unselectable. If I go over here to the viewport and click, I cannot select those objects. Notice that they're also displayed in gray. That happens by default. Frozen objects are displayed in gray unless you choose otherwise. We'll look at how to change that behavior later. We can unfreeze things one at a time. Or, of course, we can select all those objects and unfreeze them at once. There is a lot more to the Scene Explorer. This is just a very basic introduction to how it works. We'll be coming back into the Scene Explorer in various forms later in the course.